Okay, like I have no idea what I'm doing, but I just wanted to kind of check in today, and I hope um, this is actually my first video that I'm doing. There's my coffee. I need the coffee this morning, so I want to talk to you about just, I guess, kind of like what happens in life. Like this morning, I just feel like my day's effed. Like totally not what I was planning, and I'm not happy about it. Um, and really, it's all a result of my stubbornness and my unwillingness to listen to God when He speaks to me, like listen to that still small voice, right? And I guess they call it that because it's so quiet, right? Because God is not forceful. Spirit's not forceful. Spirit's never gonna like force, like, this is what you have to do, um, himself on us. And so it's quiet. And so we like ignore it. And I did that and I totally screwed up my morning. So I just wanted to tell you a quick, like, show you a quick example of how that, a couple things. One, I'm always coming up against it as well myself, and it's like constantly having to remind myself, like, Beth, that voice is talking to you for a reason. Don't like think you know better. But we get up all in our stuff, in our soul, and our feelings, and our emotions, and like we're like, yeah, I got this, God. Like I'm good. Thanks for the tip, though. So anyway, so He shows us in funny ways. Yeah, so last night I was tired. I live in the city of Boston, and I was pulling up to this parking spot, like fairly close to my house, and I saw like this, like no parking, like, I don't know, tow zone thing. But it was because somebody was moving, and it just said tow zone, like no parking, February 8th from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And I don't know, as I pulled up, I was kind of like, I don't know if I should park here. And then I read the sign, and I'm like I was hearing from Spirit, I swear I was hearing, and I was like, don't park there. And I was like, oh, but the sign says February 8th, and tomorrow's only February 7th, so I can't get towed. And I'm sure you can see where this is gone, right? So I didn't listen to it, and I actually parked the car, and then I proceeded to I still had that feeling, and my spirit was like saying, don't leave the car here, don't leave the car here. So I went to go up the street and look for a spot, found nothing, turned around, came back, went in that spot, and it was still saying, don't park here. And I was like, that makes no sense to me why I'm getting this feeling, don't park here, because the sign says February 8th and tomorrow's February 7th, so that should be no issue. And so that was that. So I like basically, quieted that still small voice, like told God how it is, like, thanks for your concern, and I got this, I can read the sign. And so what happens is this morning I get a nice little email saying, like, you got towed. So I got all up like in my Italian Hungarian feelings, like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, how did I get towed? And I'm like looking at the thing. I go outside, and I see these like guys moving there, and I was like, effing city of Boston sucks. And, and I'm like taking a picture of whatever. And the guy, it was kind of funny because the guy's like, oh, I love your accent. I didn't even realize, because I'm like, they towed my effing car. Classy. But, so anyway, so I got friggin' towed. And it doesn't even matter why I got towed. I got towed. Even though today's the 7th and the sign says the 8th, I still got towed. So, like, kudos to me for, like, oh, I was right, right? Like, who cares if I was right, like, what day it was? Like, I heard the warning. I didn't want to listen to the warning. I was like, yeah, I'm good, God, I'm good. I don't need your help. And so I just want to say that like happens to, sorry about the lighting, you guys. I'm like pacing, and it's one of my go-to things to do. And yeah, so that's what happens when you don't listen. When you hear that still small voice and you ignore it. And so I just a little reminder, and and then it's like today I'm like, damn it, I should have listened to the voice. Like I heard the voice loud and clear, even though it was small. And I ignored it. So just like a reminder, and lesson learned, like